Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and thanks for joining us for another episode of FPL Fix. We had the doubles in Game Week 33 and now it's time to manage the blanks in 34. Hopefully you're all prepared for this week and either have a chip ready or have managed your way to avoiding a team of blankers. This week we've got both sides of the coin covered for you. My name's James and here with me to show off his active free hit chip is Patrick.
Hi everyone, in this episode we'll take a quick look back at our teams in Game Week 33 and then we'll move on to blind Game Week 34 so I can tell you all about my free hit draft. Just a reminder that if you find this video useful, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, we really appreciate the support. Now let's get started. On screen you can see my team from last week with my bench boost active. I ended the week with a solid 90 points, well above the average of 56. Let's start off with a bench. Raya brought in 7 points, which I can't really complain about. Murphy added 2 and his Newcastle teammate Burn got me minus 2 points. Cuvier was the real gem with a massive 13 points, that's an extra 20 points from the bench. Now to the starting 11. At the back, Munoz, Gvardiol and Saliba were consistent performers, each delivering 6 to 7 points. In midfield, O'Reilly led the way with 13 points, he was my true differential. Rodgers added a solid 7, Salah and Asensio underperformed a bit with just 3 points each. The front line was a mixed bag, Mamouche scored 4 points, Isak 2 points, but it was Mateta who went big with 10 points. I also do need to mention though, that prior to him scoring a world class goal, I was actually regretting my decision to bring in Mateta. Overall, I would have taken 90 points return before the game week started, and I'm really pleased with how my team performed. How did your team get on, James?
In Game Week 33, I went against the crowd and used my free hit chip early. I picked up 71 points, which beat the average and got me a green arrow, but didn't hit the heights I'd hoped for. Raya, Munoz, Saliba and Gvardiol all did fine, but none being spectacular. Rodgers and Rashford managed an attacking return each over their doubles. Mateta pulled off a remarkable 10-pointer. He only played for 10 minutes against Arsenal, but scored a worldie and picked up max bonus points for his effort. Saka, Salah, KDB and Marmouche were all really disappointing. I was so pleased to have them all in my team with the free hit, and their ceilings were massive, but every single one of them flopped, and they didn't pick up a single return between them. My team's best player? Yep, the man on my bench, Sessegnon, scoring 11 points. So yeah, definitely could have gone better, but I'm pleased with another green arrow. Right, so that's how our teams got on. Let's have a look at the most transferred players so far this week. So, starting with the transfer outs, and they're all obvious picks. They all blank in the next game week through either not having fixtures or being suspended in the case of João Pedro, so let's focus on the transfers in.
Cunha leads the way after back-to-back returns since being back from suspension. He's a bonus point monster and Wolves are the best fixture, so it's not surprised managers are bringing him in.
And Buemo's back too, and hauled again last week. He's on penalties, set pieces, and looks like he could be a solid option for the rest of the season.
Chris Wood's back on the list after scoring again. Not the flashiest pick, but he's cheap, reliable, and Forest are still fighting for Champions League places.
And then there's Ait Nouri. He's always been a bit of a rollercoaster pick, but then he's been getting forward lately, and with the fixture, he has a good chance of return at both ends of the pitch this week.
And finally, Harvey Barnes, back fit, looking sharp, and with Newcastle's attack firing again, he could be a key pick if he gets enough minutes.
So, those are the big movers in the market this week. Let's see how many of them feature in the players to target section. Okay, as you can see on screen, we've tweaked this section today to allow for the fact that the community is split, just like me and Patrick, between those using free hit this week and those going without. So we're going to break down both sides today.
Right, so my part is for anyone using free hit this week, like me. The big focus is on the short-term upside, 1 week punt, great single fixtures. We're looking at teams like Liverpool at home to Spurs, Newcastle away to Ipswich, and Wolves with a juicy home game against Leicester. Fulham away to Southampton could be a great fixture as well. I know Pope takes up a valuable Newcastle spot, but he does have the best chance of a clean sheet this week. And I do think it's worth having a Newcastle defender or keeper, even though I know managers will want to triple up on the Newcastle attack. Ait Nouri is the best standout defender, given his form lately, and with the best fixtures available, but Sessegnon is also definitely worth a look too, if you're happy to gamble on minutes risk. Salah is a lock, free hit or non-free hit, he can't be missed out, and will probably be the most captain player this week. Barnes and Isak are my favourite two Newcastle attackers, and Wood, Cunha and Welbeck are the best of the rest for this week in Strike.
Okay, and if you're like me and not free hitting, then you've got to think longer term. We've listed teams here with decent fixtures in Game Week 34 and beyond. Forest, Brentford, Newcastle and West Ham. Some players are similar to the free hit picks, like the Newcastle assets, but if you're looking past 34, then Nottingham Forest still look one of the best teams to target. Sells, Milinkovic, Elanga and Wood are all great options and worth considering if you're not free hitting this week. And Mbeumo has already shown multiple times this season that he can haul against anyone, and with decent fixtures coming up, he has to be a priority too for those without him. I was gutted to miss the price rise on him, but will definitely be bringing him in before the deadline. Those picks might not feel exciting right now, but could be incredibly valuable over the next 2 or 3 game weeks and come the end of the season.
Yeah, those are the teams and players we're eyeing up, so whether you're free hitting or not, there's something to go after this week.
Now, it's time to reveal our team selection and show you how we're lining up for Game Week 34. I think we all know by now that your free hit chip is active, Patrick, so why don't you start things off given that you're with the majority?
Thanks, James. In goal I've gone with Pope, who has a strong home fixture against Ipswich, backed by a defence featuring Cucurella, Aïnouri and Sessegnon, all with promising matchups. The midfield is stacked with attacking potential. Salah captains the side against Tottenham. Fernandes has a favourable away fixture against Bournemouth, and both Barnes and Bowen could thrive in their home games. Mbeumo runs up the midfield with a decent away fixture. Luckily I managed to transfer him in before the price rise. Up front I've gone with Wood and Isak, both play at home against Brentford and Ipswich respectively. Overall I'm confident I can continue to ride the momentum from last week. James, you're going against the crowd again this week. What does your team look like?
Okay, well, as we know, my free hit is not active this week, so I'm relying on my core team again. I've still got double Newcastle at the back, with Pope in goal and Dan Burton in defence. Kirkes is next, and he's against a shaky Man United team who'll be focused on Europe. Ryan Aïnouri has a great fixture, but he'll be heavily targeted by free hit managers too this week. Interestingly, Aïnouri and Robinson are playing against the lowest ranked opposition possible, the newly added green showing on FPL's fixture difficulty rating. Along with Robinson, Bowen is my only other asset playing away this week. I'm hoping he can keep up his great form against the Brighton team who have conceded 11 goals across their last 3 games. Palmer's still in my team despite his shocking output lately. He did score 4 goals the last time he played Everton at Stamford Bridge, so I'm really hopeful that he can pick up something in that game. Salah has the potential to explode against a weak Spurs side, especially as even a point would see Liverpool clinch the title, so they're going to be in party mode at Anfield. Minter's my main differential. I doubt he'll be looked at on free hit drafts, but I like him and think he might get some joy at home to West Ham. Isak and Wood are my strikers, both solid picks this week, and I'm expecting goals from them and just hoping the likes of Cunha and Welbeck don't hurt my rank too much. I haven't made the transfer yet, and I'm gutted to have missed out on the price rise, but I am still planning on bringing Mbeumo in for Sarr as a bit of bench cover and for the fixtures after 34. Well, that's everything from us this week. Just a heads up, the deadline is tomorrow at 11 AM UK time, so make sure you lock your teams in early.
Yeah, and let us know in the comments if you're free hitting this week and who your captain is.
If you enjoyed the video, please do give us a like and hit that subscribe button for more FPL content every week.
And make sure you follow us on X at Weekend Fix for last minute updates and tips as we get closer to the deadline.
Good luck everyone, thanks for watching and we'll see you next time.